Hi, welcome back to Dogwood Paper Arts. This is Angela, and I think it's time that we use this paper. So this is the Stamperia Time is an Illusion scrapbooking paper, and I am in a let's use it up mood this year, because I have a lot of papers, and it's because I love to collect them, but I do need to use them. So let's take a look at this one. We have this beautiful, like a newsprint with some coffee stains on it, maybe a little paint, maybe a little wallpaper sitting on it. And then we have this beautiful rose coming off the corner up here. Very beautiful. I love this because it's a bit grungy. And here we have this girl again. I wonder who it is that they use in their art. I don't see her name anywhere, so I always wonder who it is, who the model was. So we have this beautiful grungy look back here. More paper, wallpapered stuff, newspapers, cracked. Looks like a cracked gesso in there. Oh, look at this one. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, definitely. We might have to use crackle paste on this one. Oh, look at this one. Eternity is in love with the productions of time. Very pretty, isn't it? Let's go look at this one. I love this. Anything that has flowers in it, I love. It doesn't matter. And anything that has flowers with little tiny areas of polka dots, I love. And I love the crackle paste look in the background. A lot of layers they put in. That's how I like to do them. Lots of layers. Making digitals. Just beautiful. And here's a repeat paper. Wish they'd put the repeat back on something you might not use, that you won't reuse. Does that make sense? I guess it's because that way you can choose to use it and use one of these. So, no complaints. And live to be the show and gaze of the time. Time is an illusion. Sometimes it seems like it. So just so you know, I am still on fire alerts. We are still at a level 1. This may air after the fires are over. I really don't know yet. I haven't got to load any of my recordings that are up there with you in the camera. I haven't been able to upload any to my computer, so right now I'm just recording and staying busy. I love these papers because they're like journal cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. 3 big ones and 2 medium ones and some tags. Perfect. And you wouldn't want to put any backing on them. They're too pretty, for sure. Ooh, look at that. It's like rusty paint or something. Maybe rust coming down a decorative statue. Oh, how pretty is that? Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. I do love this color blue. This reminds me of my husband's eyes, especially right in here. Especially if he wears a blue shirt. It really brings the blue out in his eyes. You must be tired because you've been running through my mind all day. Perfect. So there's that one. There's this one. Look at all those squares. It looks to me like it was woven strips of paper. Very cool. T-I-M-E. Time is an illusion. How long is forever? Sometimes just a second. I tell you, it feels like forever with these fires. And they could be burning for a long time. So I don't know how long, you know, a fire burns before they decide that it's no more a danger to people. You know, before it kind of contains itself and just burns in specific areas because it's burnt everything up, I suppose. Oh, there's another one with the newspaper and kind of the rusty look. Isn't that pretty? The patina and the rust on it. And dots. I love dots. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's kind of an illusion looking at these, isn't it? I mean, how pretty is that? And this one. And over here, I see the word you, the time, day, eternity, all kinds of, now these are bigger dots, and although I love them, I'm not a fan of larger dots because I feel like they are the space, and so whatever you put with them isn't probably going to go there very well. So we'll see how that goes, whether or not we use this side or, probably this side. These are more like my dots. I like the little dots. Dot, 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 dot. And some really pretty tags here. I love the shape. Very, very pretty. And these little tiny ones here, little squares and circles. Very cool. And of course the back is the newspaper and what looks like, what do you call that paste that you put into stuff? I can't think of it right now. Molding paste, modeling paste, whatever it's called. Oh, goodness. And, of course, this is a favorite here. This is beautiful. And then we have, yes, the back page. So we'll probably use this one. So what are we going to make today? Any ideas? Well, I pulled out file folders today. Pulled out a bunch of them, but we'll probably only use 2 and maybe some spare parts. Because I've used file folders before. And so I'll tell you the very first thing we're going to do. This is used for a previous project, one of the Christmas folders that I did. So I'm going to tell you the size of this. It's a regular file folder, so it's that tall, but I'll give it to you here in a second. It's been cut off on one side, the bottom, or however you want to look at it. Now this is 9 inches. I'm not sure I want 9 inches. Let's see. Well, 9 that way would be okay. It's this way that I'm not sure I want. That one is 8 7/8. just go with the flow, right? But it seems like it should get smaller, doesn't it? I just want it to be like a grungy file folder. Grungy. It's grungy, grungy, grungy. Well, I'm going to go with the flow and go with my original idea. So I'm going to cut it off right here on its main fold line. And I'm going to use my chopping block over here, which is my rotary cutter or my Fiskars. Okay, so I'm going to turn it around so this is in the back, because that's going to become a pocket back there. And then I'm going to flip it back over and say, oh look, a place for a pocket. And I am going to put this pocket here. Now, do we want a full pocket or half a pocket? I think, because we might want to make a journal to go inside of it, that this needs to be a full pocket back here. And I think we better use some of our spare parts to make some hinges. So I'm going to cut those off at the main folding line. And then I'm going to cut one of them in half, maybe? Don't know. Right there will do. They don't have to be terribly, you know, even. They just have to be able to get a fold in them. Okay, so there's those. Going to grab this, which is a Score Pal. You can usually find these at Hobby Lobby or whatever your main art store is. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of slide that. If I put it there and hold it, I'm just going to kind of take a middle. It doesn't have to be a middle. Whoops. This one always, if you press too hard, it cuts. And that's what it did there. That doesn't really do any good to cut your paper in half. So there's those. Going to fold those over. And I'm going to fold this one over. We'll see if we can use it or if that cut looks like it's going to create a problem. If it looks like it's going to create a problem, well, guess what? I have another one that we can use. And we can just fold it in half. We don't have to use a scoring board if it's going to eat up our stuff. Of course, it was the bone folder that did that. Because its owner, me, chopped through it, see? So I'm not going to use that part. I'm not even going to save it. Can't save it all. Now, I like when it has this extra look to it. So I'm leaving it. And this is the smaller one, right? Yes. So on this side, I'm going to glue it on from here down to the bottom. Oh, wait. you see these little fold lines on here? See those? Go up 2, 1, 2, and fold there. That's going to be the bottom pocket, bottom of the pocket. So we're going to slice that off just a little bit. Not a whole bunch, just a little bit. So I haven't really got to get back to watching your videos yet, everybody. I sure am looking forward to it. But, you know, our alarms go off so often that it's scary. So I'm going to start that. That gives us 55 minutes right now. We'll probably cut it off before then because I should have caught it. So that's going to go there, but it's not going to open like this. No, no, no. We're going to put this one right here, and we're going to cut it off right above our fold line. So let's take it like this, give it a cut, and then give it a cut this way. So it has an arrow pointing. A pointy arrow. Yes, yes, yes. That way we will be able to put this part over the pointy arrow. And I'm just going to leave it like this for now because I'm going to bring it down here, you see. And I want this piece to be flat. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. So it's really hard waiting for a fire. You know, it just doesn't check in with you. It doesn't give you the time of day. It destroys things in its own path and its own time. We've done everything we can here to save our home, and thankfully, I'm not going to complain because we've been given time to take care of things. A lot of people have lost their homes, and it is very, very tragic. A lot of people have lost their lives, and it's just a tragedy all the way around, really. And people are still losing their homes because the fire is huge. Can't remember how big they said this one was on the south side of us, but altogether Oregon has about 1 million acres of fires going. So yes, we are a lovely timber state like Washington and Idaho, Montana, like a lot of states, you know. Got all the beautiful timber, but unfortunately they don't let us take care of the forest like we used to do, so that leaves a bunch of undergrowth and underbrush and fallen trees and crap like that, and this is what happens due to it. You know, just like making decisions about not calling riots a riot, but saying it's a protest. I don't know what kindergarten teacher, what third grade teacher they had when they grew up, but when I grew up, we knew the difference between a protest and a riot. So, anyway, I'm not going to talk politics, sorry, but, you know. Things make you mad after a while. So, anyway, On to this. Let's have fun with our time. We're having fun with time today. Do you know what time it is? Is it time to go? Oh no, you stick right here. We have 50 minutes. Well, it'll probably be less than 50 because I forgot to start the timer again, girls and guys. You know, that's what I do. It's the way she rock and rolls. Okay, ta-da! We have a back envelope. Very nice. We have a place to store a little journal. I like it. Okay, so I am going to do... Oh no, I have to do them all. Sometimes, depending on how you put the back on, you can sometimes do one of these and then the other. But on this one, I'm afraid we're going to have to just do them because we have to fold this bottom one over it. And it doesn't matter if one of these hinges is fatter than the other. The only thing they have to do is hold this down in the correct place. I don't want to get glue all over my hands. It's okay if I do, I really don't mind. The glue stick, it kind of drives me nuts. Okay, I'm going to start at the bottom. Should be fairly even down there. I'm going to run up the top here. And then on to this side. Look at that. Believe it or not, we have a nice little pocket there now, don't we? And I don't care if it's hanging over the edge a little bit. That's not going to hurt anything at all. Now, yeah. Are we going to need something to tie that closed, do you think? Well, we can put it on the paper we put here. Yeah. Or do we need to punch a hole through that? No, we're fine. We're good. Okay. No, that one will not work. Okay. So, now we need, I think what I will do is just cut this one in half. File folders are kind of big when you open them all the way up, aren't they? Gosh, I just realized that it is absolutely out of square. Totally out of square. How about that? So we want this one to go on this side maybe? No, sorry. This can be on front. We'll take care of that. Don't you worry. Now let's decide. Are we going to cut it in half and have it open this way? We could. Or we're going to have it fold under here and open like this way. And then this flap would open out to that size. I think we are going to fold this in half. Like this. It's not square though, so remember that. These are not square. So kind of square it up here. So when you get to your center will at least be square. So I'm going to cut this piece off here where it doesn't work correctly. And we will end up squaring it off when we do that. Or it will be very close. And I'm going to cut the middle. Ta-da! Glue. And this time I am going to use the 1/2 inch. So find your 1/2 inch and gently go down your oops. I don't know why this is not working right. Maybe this is not the one I usually use for my scoring. I guess I use that end. It's been so long since I, really did the scoring, because it was always done on my, let's see. I think this one is going to be a little shorter. Will it work? Yeah, that works. Because that one's going to go over there. But we may make them the same height. Let me put the score in here first. 1/2 inch. And let's fold that. Oh, sorry. I know this board is loud, isn't it? I do apologize for that. And we're going to put that like that. So I do think we will cut these off the same height. So let me just cut that little piece off there. Oh, some really good news is my husband's niece did not lose their home and cabin. The fire actually burnt absolutely around their place and their cabin. And it was saved. Isn't that amazing? God works wonders. But you kind of wonder why sometimes it's not for everybody. Why for some and not for others? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. A lot of tears down here for sure. Well, let's not talk about it. It's enough that it's just that way from me. And then we have, of course, the other one that is still spreading on the north side of us. But I don't think we'll have to worry about that. It has a long way to go before it comes here. So I'm not going to worry about it. Don't know. People are spreading rumors that it's arsonists, and it's not. It's timber management problems that the loggers and people who manage forests really manage them. They know it needs to be done, but it's just like our rivers and stuff. or rivers. The management doesn't allow the removal of the dead logs and stuff in the rivers because it becomes habitat. Well, unfortunately, you know, you got to manage habitat and the human species. And the human species also likes water. And I think provide habitat but remove the dangers, because we've lost a lot of people this summer to swimming accidents because so much fallen timber has been down in the deep rivers that people have gotten caught up underneath the logs, and because the water is swift and they have not survived. It's very sad. It's a very manageable thing, but I don't know. Environmental problems here. So, okay. So looky. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Now, we are going to allow that to fold over like that. Okay. Look out pockets, here we come. Now we have this to make some pockets with. So we could put those on first, but I think maybe we'll put the base papers down and then the pockets over. Or if we make a pocket like we did on the back with the hinges, then we could slip the paper down in and that would work fine. So I'm going to cut this off right about here. I don't know how big of a pocket that will give me, but I'm going to cut it there anyway, because I said so. I want to. I want to. It does feel good to be talking to you guys again. Wowie. I go a day without it and I'm like going crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that and that is going to tell us where we need to cut it over here. So we are going to go ahead and fold that there. Going to fold that there. I'm going to snip to the corner and then snip there. We want it well inside of here. Well, if you do go too far, then you're going to have to put something there. We're going to have to put something there anyway. So I think we'll do washi tape here. Okay, so this is going to be where we right here. This is going to be where we make our next fold line. Don't use that side, Angel. Make a big hole in it. Now the work. So cut that out at approximately a ½ inch. It does not have to be perfect. We're not working for perfection. We're working for beauty, man. All out beautifully. Oh, yes. Okay, so we have one pocket. We need another one. Let's see. So we need it just, should we go the same height? Let's see what happens if we do. Right. Like I said, these are not square, so sometimes when you line them up over there, it's not right. Okay, this one's going here. And then that one will go up there, I guess. It looks to me like maybe it needs to be just slightly shorter. So, I think what we'll do, bear with me as we experiment. I think we'll put it at 1 inch. Score it at 1 inch. I know, there's probably a tons of easier way to do this. But when you're making something for the first time, you always think, well, if I do it this way, and then if I do it that way. Okay. Now go ahead and make your 1/2 inch over here. And only this time, we aren't going to worry about the bottom fold. They don't always need a bottom fold. They don't always need a side fold either, but I'm going to really use the pockets. I really want a side fold. Now, right here, cut this little rectangle off here. Because we won't need it. Well, it doesn't need to be crooked either. Hinge. That'll be okay. Okay. This one's going to go to the back. This one's going to come to the front. Oh yeah, I like it already. We're going to put our other fold right over here, and then we're going to test it to be sure that they can close. Because if it can't close right, well, that wouldn't be any fun. It'd just be frustrating. Okay. I'm going to fold it there, so we need to cut about a 1/2 inch. If it's more than a 1/2 inch, it's okay. I think I'll go from this way. And I'm cutting on this side of the line to get rid of it. Because now that we've scored it, it has a little more bulk to it, and we don't need the bulk in our file folder. Now, that is an upper pocket tuck. Yay, us. Cat's not here. I'll put that in his tower. I wouldn't let him chew on plastic today, so he left. He was not a happy cat because he wanted to chew on things, and he kept telling me so. And then he got to where he was wanting to bite at me because he wants to chew on what he wants to chew on. Okay, so it's going to go like that and that. So, now before we put anything else on here, we need to do this hinge and this hinge. So let's see, do we want fabric or washi? Fabric or washi? Fabric or washi? I mean, you can also use, we can use some of this wonderful stuff. This works good for hinges. And we do like the grungy, don't we? We do. Oh. Oh, look at that. Mushrooms. I love the mushrooms. Oh, and we have this one too. And then we have this. Oh, so much to use. I think we'll use this. Let me put that piece in that drawer. That's my drawer of little junk stuff. Oh, this smells so good. It smells like coffee. It's the best part of waking up. I could have tore it, but why not just slice it? Sometimes slicing is the best option. Okay, so this one is going to go here. Do we want them on the inside or the outside? I think I like them better on the inside because they are less likely to pull away from everything. Now, I don't know if that's right or wrong, or if it really matters. You know, I really don't know. I just do what works for me. And that works for me. Oh, I gotta wait. Let it get its little air bubbles out of the way. There we go. Now, I could have made this a little bit smaller, but, you know, I kind of wanted it to be wide. I don't know why. Goodness, it sure doesn't want to come out of the tube very well. Must have a little bit of glue inside the tip. Yes, it sure does. There we go. That's, oh yeah, that's a little bit better. Now it's working better. Come on. Get with the program here, glue. We don't have all day to wait. I don't care if the glue comes through it. It's okay with me. A-OK-O. And we're going to put one over here. So I want to leave that out a little bit to dry. Get that off there too. All right. Okay. Let's put this one over here. Nice. Now we'll have to be careful when we put our papers on here that we don't, you know, that we remember we have places in here where it folds. We don't want to ruin a good thing here. Whenever you set this glue up in these bottles, even if it's in its regular bottle, this is a, what is it called, a cutie? Oh, a sweet sugar bell. And it's a frosting. You put your cake frosting in it, makes it easier to decorate. And it comes with this little tip, which is a fine tip, similar to one of these, but a little bit wider. So you can actually use it for this kind of glue that is rather thick and glumpy. Is that a word? Glumpy? Hope it's not something bad in another language. I didn't think about it. Oops. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to shove that one back in there. Okay. We've done that part. We have a back pocket. I'm not going to glue this one down yet. I'm going to glue the first one down, and then I'm going to put a paper down. Whoops, that doesn't go all the way up, Hinge. That's just a little pocket. We only need about an inch of glue. Right there. Going to glue this down first, just to glue the pocket so it's done. Oh, you know what? Let's unglue it. We have to put paper on it before we glue it. Okay, so let's do this first. Okay, that is going to go right there. Oh, that's going to interfere. I'm glad we did it that way. It doesn't matter if it's not the same width as this flap. I'd rather it was not the same width because it's this kind of pocket that has the hinges on it and stuff. So I would rather it was a little smaller. And since we've applied this large band here, it doesn't really matter because we're going to take care of that piece there. So first we're going to put this pocket down then. I think we better grunge it up a bit. Yeah. I won't put the dip cut in here until I get paper on it. So maybe I better paper it before I put it down. What do you think? I bet that would save us a lot of problems. And since I'm here, and we're doing this pocket area, let's go ahead and grunge this up. Am I on camera? Okay. We're not to the front yet, so I don't have to worry about grunging that one up yet. Okay, so pick a paper. Ooh, what do we do? Now, I did happen to think that this paper would be wonderful with the Tim Holtz papers. Oh, good background, huh? We're going blue. we're using the blue. And I think maybe on the pockets, we might use like something on that side, or this side. We could use this on the back, and the pockets could be blue. What do you think? I really love the blue. I like the blue on the background. I think it needs to go from here to there. So it has to come over this way a bit. I want this on this side though. So that is my fold right there. So I need to come back here. Oh dear, where did it go? There it is. Right there. Ooh, isn't that beautiful? Yep, I think that's going to work. Let's make sure. Hang on to it there. Oh yeah, that's fine. Now, we'll put that on the front of the pocket. If we can find it. That's not it. Is this it? No. What'd I do with it? Well, Angela, if you lose the pocket, you can't very well use it, can you? Well, what the heck? Did it fall on the floor? Don't tell me I'm going to have to make another one. Okay, guys, where'd you put it? Are you guys kidding me? Are you guys kidding with me? It must be... Did I leave it in here? I did. You knew that, didn't you? That's one thing I know about this process. You know if I left it in there. I'll be honest with you, I want this over here on this pocket. I love the way that this matches with it. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, there's one. There's two. Oh, stop. Oh my goodness. Now, I know it didn't go over very far. I think that's it right there. I hope. It's not. Look at that. I picked a line that was on there and that was the wrong one. But we're going to glue it on anyway. It's okay. We make things work here, right? So let's put this down. put over there to right there. Now, let's see. Man, look, that grunge almost fits there. There's a piece of leftover hortensia. Oh, that's not right. Thought I might have a Tim Holtz in here that would work. Oh man, that's almost perfect. There's one. Oh, there's a Tim Holtz. I love that paper. I definitely have a piece of Tim Holtz that is way not the right color. Oh man, that one's almost perfect. Look at that. It's like it wants to be there, but it needs to be a little bit shorter. This is a Stamperia. I can't remember the name of it, but it is a Stamperia. So that just has to come off a tiny bit. No sense in cutting any more of that paper than I have to until I need to. You know, always good to use up what you have. And I am trying to make myself use scraps off and on. I do okay as long as I don't put too many out on the table at a time. It's because I'm really working hard at crafting a little bit cleaner because of my pets. They have to hang out in here with me quite often. So I want to be sure that they don't get anything that they're not supposed to have. And the way I can do that is to craft a little cleaner. And that way when my granddaughter comes over, I have my little table behind me here. She can craft there. And I like that idea. Of course, I have a big thing I put on the dining table. She can craft there too. Okay, make sure, I know you guys probably know this, but for anybody that's new, put this flap on the bottom over the top. That's not an alert, that's just a message system on my phone, as you probably know. Oh dear, I'm probably going to have to turn them down a bit. Just in case. We got invited to our grandson's birthday party tomorrow, but we can't go because we're on alert here. I don't know why it says I have 2 messages when I only see 1. It's the way it is. Okay, now I did cut this to fit this whole area, but it actually needs to fit this pocket. And let's figure out where. Where does it need to go to? Now this pocket I'm going to have to shorten as well. So let's fold that over just a little bit more. And oh, don't clip it that way. Clip it this way. There we go. Because that's got to go up that way. There we go. That will be perfect. Right there. So we need to cover this pocket with something. I think we will use this on this part. It doesn't have to be the full depth of it because we have a pocket. I think the yellow goes with it better. That looks up. Looks up to me. Looking up. Things are looking up. We have 8 minutes and 51 seconds on this video. And it's already over an hour because I started it late. I hogged up your time to begin with. And I'm glad I did. Because I like hanging out with you. These are fun. Gives me somebody to talk to. Oh my gosh. It gets so lonely when you're in a fire zone. Who knew? And you have to know I had my camera packed because I like making videos. And it's kind of just what I do. Okay, let's apply. Oh, that's pretty too. I like the yellow. Going with the yellow. This yellow is pretty. The yellow that it's been outside has been so dreary. And it's because it's full of ash and dirt and it's been seeping into the house whenever you open or close the door. So the house is all dusty and it smells like we've been having a campfire in our living room. But other than that, you know, no problems really. It's just exhausting. You don't sleep well because you don't know if it's going to be a runaway fire at night. Some of you know this if you live in high fire areas, and some of you are maybe here in Oregon. Oh, look at that. It's like pleading to go there. See that? Oh, I wish that one was wide enough because it kind of matches that. Well, I have more of that in scraps. Nothing says that I can't use it. I think I like it this way. So I think that's the one we'll use. Oh gosh, where did I put the lines? Better cut them on the lines or I'll have this one wrong too. Okay, well, we are not going to get to finish this today, my friends. My friends. I like having friends. Will you be my friend? There, look at that. Okay, so now this one has got to fit down into this pocket, right? So right about there. And it needs to come up to, well, it could actually go all the way up. Or we could use another color on top. Let's take it up to there. It'll probably be hidden anyway. But I still like to be sure it's grunge, just in case it shows. Well, I may have cut this wrong because I needed it to go down in the pocket. So it may have to get an extra piece added to it. Or I may not have figured it out right, and we're going to have to cut it down. What happened? I know I measured it. I must have cut on the wrong line again. Yeah, I sure did. Wow. That was not very smart. But it's okay, we all do things like that, and it has nothing to do with smarts. It's just, you know, you have to think about so many things at one time that sometimes you miss them. It's going to fit anyway. See? Pretty, huh? So on this one, we are just going to do the sides, and that will give it a little more space to add things in without it being a super tight pocket. Oh my gosh, you know they've already had looters going into the neighborhoods stealing everything out of people's homes. People that the firemen actually saved their homes and the looters got in there. Thankfully, the sheriff, our sheriff, said anybody they pick up that is looting will be criminally charged. So, not getting all that crap like that Portland mayor's doing. And they reassured us that when they had to move 3 prisons, that not the prison itself, but all the prisoners, that they weren't releasing them all. Thank goodness. They've done enough of that in the world. Okay. Do we want this one? Or more of that one? Or this one? I love the eclectic look of it, but I think I'm going to use that blue. 8 seconds. 8 seconds. Oh no. Okay, hang on. Tuck that into the pocket a little bit. Cut off right there. And we'll save that swirl for another time. Let's go around the edge. I know, it really inks it fast, so doesn't it? I like how it grunges up better with the dauber, though. This is okay. Okay, before I glue it up this time, I'm going to make sure. And there it goes. Oh, how pretty. Oh, I love it. I hope this one's not upside down, but I think it might be. Doesn't matter. You can't read it anyway. I think it's in a different language. This paper is, I believe, from Italy. Made in Italy. Stamperia. A lot of companies here in America get it. A lot of shops, Etsy shops get it. I think I got mine at a place out of California. But a lot of places do carry it here in America. So I would suggest first looking on Etsy, and there's lots of different sellers. First look for sellers in your own area. That's the best way to find it. And then, if that doesn't work, then just do a internet search and see if there's someone in your area that sells it. Just do, I don't know what you have in other, countries, if you have Google or what, But here we have a Google or Bing or search engines. So here we have a pocket here. Could you see it over there? I hope so. Pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. This is a nice bigger one. This one has some room. And this, of course, is the nice tight one. So this is where we've gotten on our journal so far. And putting these in the middle does make it flop up a bit. But we're going to tie something around it anyway. I'm not really keen on having something this wide. It doesn't feel good to me in my hands. So I may have to rework it and move this over here. Or it may have to be a fold-over journal of some kind like this. If I have to fold it here, then what I'll do is run a couple stitches on here so that I can score it in between the stitching. And then I will take this flap and turn it into a pocket over here or something, so it stays inside. But that's a little better size, right? Anyway, just thinking out loud with you. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with me today. I sure appreciate it. Miss you guys on an everyday basis. Miss chatting with everybody on the messages and stuff. So definitely be getting back to things soon. As soon as this fire makes a decision to come or go. I hope it goes away. Totally. Far away. Never to come again to Oregon. But it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. We have big, big fires every year. And they replant them, and we have beautiful forests. But anyway, I'm not going to complain. I told you that already. Let's not exit on the blank note. Let's open on this beautiful page. close on this beautiful page. Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hello, new people, and hello, regulars. And really is good to hang out with you guys today. Bye.